Ladies and gentle cars, welcome for another exciting evening here in Frontier Doubles League. Oh, Halloween edition! We have some spooky, frightening teams. The Coyotes versus the Colts are taking it tonight in Origin League. I'm joined tonight with a special guest from another league. Please welcome Dark Rebel. Dark Rebel, what are you expecting tonight?
Well, I haven't seen much from these two teams, but I'm expecting a good match, and it'll be fun to watch and cast.
Yes, it will be. Of course, the undefeated Coyotes with a perfect 2-0 series record going up against the not undefeated have lost only one game, battling it out in the final week 3 of their conference before moving on to interconference play. The kickoff is on, the cards are on the field, and the game has started. Devil Jacob, of course, looking to showcase his mechanics right away, coming off the wall, looking to do it, but Grandpa playing solid defense right here. Here we go, guys. It looks like the Colts are playing an A lineup, showing massive amounts of respect for the Coyotes. The Coyotes are playing a C lineup. I'm not sure they expected this level of competition coming out tonight, but so far, the defense has been on par. Now, when you're in a lineup that is weaker versus a stronger lineup, Rebel, how do you play against that?
I mean, when you're weaker, you just gotta play harder than you can or you ever have before, and then you just gotta find good chances and just do what you can when you get good chances.
I agree completely. Good chances indeed. And as Grandpa and Uper are the oldest players in FDL, they've had a lot of chances so far in their very long lives. Happy belated birthday, of course, to Grandpa, who celebrated, I believe it was his 55th birthday on the FDL podcast, and now scoring a goal on stream. If you missed that podcast, it premiered last Wednesday. Check out the Twitch. It was live. You can still watch it. And that replay right there shows us how old men have old men strength. Wow. Coming out there strong like that, getting that nice goal, punishing, that's got to leave you feeling really good in the beginning of the match, Rebel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's good to have that first start, giving you some motivation to keep on going.
Absolutely. And the defense has been on par. The Colts have tried, but the Colts did succeed. That first shot turned away by an awesome save from Grandpa, but Uper tries to make the save, and Squirrel is up, is over, is a flying Squirrel. And now the Colts have tied it up, making it a brand new game essentially at 3 minutes and 31 seconds. I mean, you had the lead, you lost the lead. That's got to be tough.
Yeah, it really is. There's not much you can do after you lose a lead except for keep fighting and get that lead back.
Well, let's see if they can do it as well. Grandpa's taking the ball here down the field. He jukes one, and it's in! Oh my gosh. Grandpa just threw down his cane and just pulled out some fancy moves. Oh my goodness, that's what you love to see right there. Just absolute confidence, getting it past the opponent. I mean, it only took 20 seconds or so for them to take that back. It makes you wonder how many more times can they do this? Uper now chips it far away. The Colts are going to get possession. Uper goes out of position. Oh no, it's a 2-on-1. What are they going to go for? Oh, looked like an attempted flick gone wrong. But the follow-up shot from Double Jacob sends it back in, and we are back to a tied game. 2-2. What an exciting matchup so far. Both teams back and forth. What do you think, Rebel? You think this is an overtime game?
Well, I mean, either it's an overtime game or somebody's going to get a late goal to give them the lead and then they'll hold it for the rest of the game.
Well, that is covering all your bases indeed. I can't think of a scenario different than that at this point. But here we go. We're seeing their offense really start to shine as the Colts have stepped it up with their plays and follow-up shots. And Squirrel getting it past Grandpa just at the last second, doing him a little dirty. But man, what a nice shot from the Colts. The Colts, of course, are looking to really take the lead in their conference, tie it up 2 to 3 win records. If they win, they will be tied with the Coyotes for that conference record. A lot on the line here as the Coyotes. It makes you wonder about playing that C lineup here while you're still in conference. Versus a team that really wanted that win. Maybe a little bit of long-term strategic thinking going on by the Coyotes captain. We will have to see in the future because right now, well, I mean, that C lineup, it's holding pretty well. I mean, C versus A lineup, Rebel, I mean, what do you think? They don't look outclassed at all out there, do they?
No, they're holding their ground. They're holding their own. But I mean, there's just a couple plays just like that where really they're losing their focus. They're falling out of rotation, and I mean, there's nothing they can do.
Well, I mean, stuff like that happens, but these guys got a lot of experience under their belt. I believe every one of these players played last season in FDL, so they are seasoned veterans. They should continue to play, not let it get to them, and definitely not tilt at all. I mean, another great shot coming out from the Colts. I'd just like to see the Coyotes sort of kick their offense back into gear. It looks like the Colts show right now as they take shot after shot mercilessly on them. The Coyotes only have 5 shots right now, and the Colts have 11. I mean, that's pretty one-sided, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, the Coyotes really just have to get this pressure out of their zone, get a good clear, and then just keep it in the Colts zone.
Well, let's see if they can keep up this pressure as Grandpa takes it down the field. Double Jacob fighting backwards, and Uper puts it off the backboard, but Squirrel tips it towards the corner. Can the Coyotes offense get there in time? Yes, it can! Now with 39 seconds, the Coyotes have battled their way back to within 1 goal. What's your bet, Dark? Do you think the Coyotes can at least tie this up with 1 more goal, or will the Colts have it in the bag?
I think the Colts can hold this out, but I mean, you never know. There may just be a lucky kickoff like that, but I mean, I think the Colts can hold their ground and keep it a 4-3 game.
Well, I think at this point I might be on Team Coyote because who doesn't love to cast in overtime? I get to talk more. You're forced to listen to me more. That sounds like a good day in my book. But Grandpa flies right by it right there. Uper, I mean, they're fighting right here in the middle ground. It's the last 10 seconds. Do or die right now for the Coyotes. Let's see what they have. 2 Hart, and I think that's it. Oh no, he's gonna keep it up. Okay, it does drop. The Colts take game number 1 over the Coyotes, but for an A lineup versus a C lineup, probably not as crushing as some of the A versus C lineups that we've seen before. When we've had these kind of matchups appear on stream before, it's been absolutely crushing. 9-0, 7-2, some ridiculous numbers put up like that. So the fact that they were able to hold this well, I think really shows the depth of roster the Coyotes bring. What are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean, if a C team can hold up to this A team from the Colts, I mean, the Coyotes really have good depth, and I mean, I'm scared to see what the A team could do against the Colts. If the A team were here, they'd probably be putting up big numbers, like 7, 8, 9 goals probably. Because if the Colts A team is only winning by 1 point, then I mean, we should see some big playing from the A team for the Coyotes.
Absolutely. I mean, these guys, they're really playing their hearts out now. They're out here putting it all on the line for you. Don't forget to put in chat who you're rooting for. Show them your support so when they rewatch the stream, they can see you in there if they aren't already watching on a second monitor. But here we go. The Colts now, they have a 1-game lead, but it is a best of 5, so still anybody's game. Anyone can come out and take this. Who are you thinking after what you saw? Do you think the Colts will continue their winning streak, or do you think the Coyotes can battle it back and really try to make this go towards a game 5 situation?
I mean, at this point, it's anybody's game here, but as we've seen from last game, it just goes back and forth, but maybe one team can just capitalize a lot more and then get a bigger lead than just one goal.
Absolutely. Well, one thing we haven't seen too much of is Devil Jacob's mechanics. You know, he's known for being one of the most mechanical players in Origin League. I mean, I can't think of a single player that has at least more consistent high level mechanics than him. He's always going off the wall, using the ceiling, etc. So we haven't seen too much of that, and I wonder what that's going to do to Uper when Devil Jacob starts to really pull out those tricks from his tool bag. Uper, of course, being a 6.8 Sal. For those of you not in FTL, that's a 680 MMR. That's plat, I believe, plat 1. Uper was when he got signed. Of course, he's improved over this season, but you know, if you're a former, recently platinum player going up against some high-level mechanics, that can be really hard to adjust to.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're... Oh, wait, here's one now. Oh, you almost scored that one. Nice save from Grandpa. But yeah, if you're Uper, like, you're a platinum, you're getting shots you don't see in your rank. And I mean, just being able to hit a simple shot that you won't see in another rank is just going to mess up the defense because they're not going to know what to do in that situation.
Well, let's see if Grandpa can be the leader of old men among old men and lead his teammate Uper to victory and help him defend against this. There we see him matching up against Devil Jacob very nicely. But here comes the Colts once again. A little bit of a double commit there. But hey, if it's going in, you don't want it to go in. Why not send 2 when you could just send 1? Especially if you're not going to get punished. Now, this game has remained scoreless now for 2 minutes. It's nail-biting, the defense these teams are showing. What do you think, Dark? I mean, this defense has been so much better from both teams.
Well, I mean, the Colts haven't had much need to use their defense because they haven't had too many shots from the Coyotes. But the Coyotes are holding strong from these hard, cold shots that are hard to save. And I mean, they're holding their ground, especially as a C team versus an A team.
Absolutely. And right there, even taking it all the way to the Colts goal line and fighting on their doorstep. I mean, it was like the street battles of Stalingrad right there, just bumping each other, muscling each other right there. A little bit of a demo play coming out, but oh, Squirrel makes a nice save and gets it over to Jacob. Now, those demos, not something we've seen come out too much yet. Oh, crossbar not once but twice. I think Santa Claus is going to say they've been naughty, not nice, for sending him that kind of bad luck. And Uper gets an amazing dunk on the Colts. Grandpa setting up. Devil Jacob save, not quite there. Squirrel does something squirrely instead of saving the ball, and Uper puts it away. What a confidence booster tonight, as now the Coyotes once again have the lead. But Dark, can they keep it?
Well, I mean, even if they get a confidence boost, I mean, that's just going to give the Colts more motivation. So this could stay equal, or the motivation could just rise up over the confidence boost, or maybe the confidence does the same with the motivation. But who knows? That's what we have to find out by watching.
Who does know? And indeed, the only way to find out is to continue watching. And my eyes are glued to it, so don't go anywhere with this exciting FDL action. A bump play looking to come out. I'm not even sure the bump play hit because they double committed, but there he was, ready to clear the net, and Squirrel puts it in. The game is tied once again. Now only a minute. This game is incredibly close. Both teams are laying their heart out on the field. And, I think knowing Uber and Grandpa, this is some of the best Rocket League I've seen them play. And Devil Jacob being a little devilish with a demo on the goal line. Just bullies Uper and prevents him from making that save. That sort of physicality, that's tough to fight against. What do you think, Dark?
Well, I mean, I'm not seeing much of physicality from that demo. I think that's more of strategy than physicality. He made that demo for a smart play to get himself a goal.
Well, it may have been smart, but let's see if they can hold that 2-1 lead. That 3-1 lead in the next 43 seconds. They always make us casters eat our words. As soon as we say something, they make it untrue. But man, so close to that save, touches it in at the last second. And the Colts now looking with a 2-goal lead with a comfortable amount of time left on the board. The time is in their favor as the second countdown to a Colts second victory in a row. That would be devastating morale-wise for the Coyotes. And now 4-1. Oh my gosh. Someone stop that train because it's running away. And the Colts are running away with this game.
Well, yeah, really, it's not very good for the Coyotes. But I mean, what's happened these past few games is that just the Colts get a 1-2 goal lead on the Coyotes, and then the Coyotes just can't come back from it. Like, maybe it's just like morale lowering, or maybe it's just that's what happens when they get down by that much. They just can't do anything.
Well, there's also the added pressure of knowing you're on stream. I'm not really sure how much that's affecting them, but it is something to consider. But you're right, once they go down, they start to go down hard and start to go down fast. It's like watching the Titanic all over again. And the Colts now 5-1. A much rougher scoreline for the Coyotes. The Colts now sitting on match point, ready to sweep the Coyotes under the rug and move on with their night. Oh my goodness. Tell me your thoughts.
Well, I mean, the Colts played a strong game, and I mean, nothing's stopping them at this point. They're, as you said earlier, they're just like a train, but they've lost all the tracks. They just keep on heading at full speed ahead, and they're just winning these 50s. They're doing everything correctly, and there's nothing the Coyotes can do except just try their best. But I mean, with how well the Colts are playing, especially Devil Jacob and his passes and Squirrel finding a position to put it back in, I mean, there's nothing really that the Coyotes can do except for just watch in awe as the Colts take it away.
And watch and awe, they indeed did. As the Coyotes, they only put 4 shots on compared to 12 shots from the Colts. I mean, that's a lot of extra offense going their way. Now it is, of course, do or die for the Coyotes. They have to win any more losses tonight, and it will be the end of the matchup for them. They are now fighting to stay in this game and trying to take their very first game. Well, the Colts sit comfortably 2-0 on match point. And here comes the mechanics from Devil Jacob. Oh my goodness. It was so beautiful. I wanted to adopt it and make oh my, I don't even know what to say to that. It was so cool I couldn't think of anything to say. Help me.
Well, I got nothing to say either. It was a great shot. He got some nice arrows for some flash. And I mean, there's another one off the ceiling.
Wow. I mean, just so consistent with these setups. I mean, you can tell that he is a free play main and earning every bit of his high salary. I mean, that's what you expect for someone that's sitting there taking your high salary position on your team. Just absolutely dominant. This is what he can do. This is what that salary is being spent on. And right there we saw it. I mean, 2 goals like that. And now the Coyotes trying to do some bump plays of their own, returning a little bit of that demo medicine. What a fake by Devil Jacob, but doesn't quite go in. Now Grandpa's going to try the breakaway play. Uper's driving around. Oh man, shot just barely off. Not once, but twice. Demos coming out from them. And the Coyotes, they're on the back foot. They know they need to win. And you can tell that they are fighting hard.
Well, right now, Uper looks lost in space. He's just driving around. I mean, it looks like he has no idea what to do. The ball's just moving around so fast with the Colts playing. I mean, he can't keep up at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree. Maybe A lineups would be a completely different story, but an A lineup is not what the Coyotes brought out tonight. But hey, as we said before, hats off to them for coming out here, for Uper playing. I mean, it's certainly not embarrassing at all. I mean, this is kind of what you expect with this sort of a matchup, is a little bit of a one-sided situation here. That's why it's the strongest team versus the weakest pairing. But not out of it yet, only down by 2. We've seen them score some goals in quick succession. Let's see if they can do it again. I know everyone is rooting for the Coyotes, except for, of course, the Colts fans.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't expect a Colts fan to root for the Coyotes in this situation.
No, you cannot. But 2 goals to go. Let's see if they can at least, shorten the score line. Let's go for 1 goal. Oh, Grandpa tries to tear it up for Uper, but Devil Jacob, just an absolute menace to society, bullying him out of the way, then demoing him. Just merciless here from the Colts. Devil Jacob pulling out the demo once again. But man, these teams, they're doing their best. They really are. It's an impressive showing, to say the least. But I definitely think the Colts, they definitely brought a little bit of an advantage in the roster lineup, and I guess they wanted to win a little more. As I say that, Grandpa, of course, brings the scoreline closer, now only up by 1. If you're a Coyotes fan, cheer them on. This could be the start of the comeback.
Yep.
Here we go now. The Coyotes starting up the offense once again. Uper with a nice shot on net. Oh, barely saved away. What an impressive defensive showing by the Colts right now, as the Coyotes circling on the goal line, just waiting for a single mistake. And there it is. That looks like a little bit of a mistake, as Squirrels clear, sits the ball down right on the goal line, and Grandpa comes in to clean up. They're tied back up. They've done it, Dark. I mean, how would that make you feel?
Well, I mean, it must feel good for them, and they should just keep rolling. But I mean, the Colts are just going to come back even harder now, because after letting up 2 goals, they want that goal back. They want to take their lead back, and they want to win this game.
Absolutely. As we said in the beginning, the Colts have won 1 and lost 1, where the Coyotes have been undefeated up until this point. But it looks like it might be the first time we see them drop a series. And a beautiful, beautiful touch by Squirrel in traffic to get it past 2 defenders and put it in there. And of course, secure the ever required lead in order to win the game.
Yeah, I mean, they got that lead. Now they just have to hold it for 50 more seconds, and there's another one. Just expanding it, giving themselves an even higher chance of winning now. And they could just wrap this up now.
Yes, 4-2. That's a difficult situation. It's what you mentioned earlier, where once the score line starts to run away from the Coyotes, it runs away fast. And demos coming out from both sides.
Oh,
Oh, is that just in? Can he save that? Yes, he can. And Squirrel prevents them from narrowing this up. Now, 30 seconds left. This looks like it might be a sweep for the Colts, which would be quite unfortunate for the Coyotes. I mean, if you put a C lineup out there, I mean, you're at least looking for one game, just that one single game. And mechanics coming out from Devil Jacob, my goodness.
yeah, this one's over. I mean, the Coyotes put up a tough game, but I mean, the Colts they showed up, they did what they do, and they got the win.
Absolutely. We will be hopefully getting them in for an interview next, uh, in just a moment. But I know Dark Rebel, thank you for joining me. I know you have to go. Thank you so much for coming out here. Say goodnight, Dark, and
Yep.
we'll catch you next time.
Good night, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this game, but I mean, it was a pleasure casting it, and enjoy the interview. I mean, yeah.
Absolutely. Sticking right around here, we will hopefully get the Colts in for an interview. And I think that's them coming on in. The victorious Colts overtaking the number one team in the conference. Indeed, the only remaining team to be undefeated, but now defeated. How does that feel to essentially make the final God bleed?
Sniper.
What? Oh, I mean, yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of fun. I didn't play the best, but it's fine. I got carried. Is what it is.
I mean, speaking of carry, Devil Jacob, once again, you pulled out some incredible mechanics. Always a pleasure to see you play on stream. I think you're worth every penny of your salary with the mechanics that you can pull out with such consistency. Is there a reason why you didn't pull them out more? Were you saving them, or any reason at all?
Not really. I feel like they had a game plan not to let me like go up the wall because I didn't have very much chances of doing that. But
Okay.
yeah,
Well, I mean, in Origin League now this week, both teams that were undefeated got 3-0'd. That's got to be a good feeling. Are there any teams that you're setting your sights on next?
Um, Personally, I'm just looking forward to playing against the Seagulls.
ooh, I was gonna say the Huskies.
Ooh, I mean, don't get me
One.
wrong, the Huskies. I'm looking forward to them too, but I kind of want to play against Cobb K and Poppy Warto.
Oh, not Cobra Kai, or now as he's known, Ethereal Doom.
I mean, if Cobra's in it too, I'm just gonna demo him all game, and he already knows that, so it's gonna be
Damn.
fun. He knows that I just go for demos every time I play against him.
Well, there you have it. The squirrel is gonna demo if the Seagulls dare to play Cobra against them, or sorry, now Ethereal Doom. Um, but yeah, what an impressive win, you guys. I mean, it's just exciting. You're coming out of conference play, 2-3, or 2 out of 3, right? 2-1 record,
Yeah,
two out
we're
of three
two to
games
one.
won.
2-1, yeah.
So now going into interconference play, do you guys have a strategy in mind after seeing some of the people play on the opposite side of the conference?
I mean, just same game plan as we usually have. Uh, Communicate as best as we can during games, and hopefully come out with a W. Looking forward to playing next week. I don't know if I'm gonna have time though, so we'll see what happens during the week, and that's to determine the lineup I decide.
Okay.
GG's to the Coyotes,
Yeah, for
especially
sure.
Grandpa. Grandpa, what an absolute legend. That man's defense is on another level. Like, holy
6
crap.
saves on the first game.
Yeah, bro, that was ridiculous. He dropped
That was
1,000
crazy.
points.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal performance from the Coyotes tonight. It didn't get them the win, but it certainly got them my respect. Uh, so it's good to hear that too. But thank you so much for joining us. We do have more exciting Frontier Doubles League action coming to you at the top of the hour. We're gonna go to a depth league. We're gonna get some new casters in here, and we're gonna get you watching some more exciting Frontier Doubles League Week 3 action. Thank you so much. We will see you at the top of the hour.
the night. The city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on. Open your eyes and see the people chanting, slowly falling apart. The silence causing an earthquake. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling higher, and I know I can be taller. Shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it
Welcome to Frontier Double League. My name is Ben, and we are getting ready to take on the Hornets versus the Rams today. How are you feeling today, Akbars?
I'm feeling pretty good, Ben. How about you?
Oh, I'm actually feeling pretty excited. It's the first time I've actually been able to cast for this league, so it's going to be a good game. I can feel it already. It's going to be a nice series between these two teams. It's really interesting. We were talking a little bit before about, how the Hornets may actually have the upper hand on this one.
Oh, it's totally possible. I mean, we really haven't had much of a chance to see them play, which means that the Rams haven't had a chance to see them play. So we'll have to be able to see how the Rams can adapt.
Yeah, and that's absolutely correct. We've seen the stats for the Rams so far. We've had, Wakika coming in, Mike is Mike, Prosperity 2K. We've seen those players and seen what they're able to do on the field. And unfortunately, it's led to, them losing the two series that they've played so far. And, you go in to this third series with that kind of mindset. Hopefully they'll be able to, kind of counteract the previous losses, and we'll see what they're able to make out of the game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it seems like that these first two games that they've really been slumping. They've only taken one game from both of these series, and just the offensive stats are anemic. They're going to have to change something tonight. Only averaging 2 goals a game, that's not going to get you wins in this league.
Absolutely not. We don't have that stat in terms of the Hornets. We just don't know how they're going to be approaching this. We don't know how their practice have been, coming forward. We don't know anything really about that team, but hopefully we're going to see a spectacular performance by them. And we'll just have to wait and see who takes this one home, whether it be the Hornets or the Rams. I think it's going to be an exciting matchup either way. So I do believe we're going to get ready here to go here shortly. But in the meantime, I do believe that it's going to be really interesting just because, again, with the Rams, we have, Walk It Calm, Mike is Mike, Prosperity 2K, and then on the Hornets end, Ricky, Lazarus, Galaxy. Those are the 3 that I see. But I'm just excited to see exactly who steps forward today and actually, decides to take on the field and take up this matchup.
Yeah, I am too. It'll be an interesting matchup. I mean, looking at some of these numbers here, the Rams getting over 2 demos a game. That's very physical play. So we'll have to see if the Hornets can keep up with that.
Absolutely, and it's also interesting just because all 3 of the Rams so far on their stats, those 500s to mid 500s, that is a good scoring average, but I just don't think it's going to be enough to compensate. It's really just going to come down to how their mentality is coming into this matchup. And I don't know in terms of, how their practices have been. Hopefully they've been able to communicate with each other and focus on those errors that they've made previously to really bring forth the best game here tonight,
Definitely, team chemistry has been one of the biggest factors that I've seen so far in the games that I've watched. The teams that seem like that they know where they're going to be and can put the ball to their teammate before they get there. Those seem to be the teams that do better and win these games.
Absolutely, and I think it's going to definitely be interesting just to see what kind of gameplay definitely comes out because those strategies really the teams constantly adjusting what they're doing with one another, making sure that they're able to really project that energy and making sure that they're able to put those shots on goal. I think that's really what it's going to come down to today.
I definitely think so. It's going to be taking advantage of the opportunities that you're presented. Playing in the Elite League, you're not going to get many, and when you do, you're going to have to make them count.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's another thing is, the gameplay that we do expect from this higher level of the elite status, it's definitely going to play a large, role in terms of how these teams are approaching. It's not going to be something that we see from the other teams, in Origin or those lower fields in terms of making sure that the gameplay is actually there. But it's interesting just to see where the standings are for this one as well, just because we've had the Vipers, we've had those teams coming forward and really pushing out everything that they can, and it's going to be interesting just to see how these two match up with all of the other teams surrounding their statuses as well.
Yeah, definitely. This is week 3 of in-conference play. So these games are the ones that will end up being tiebreaker games at the end of the season. These are very important games to win.
Yeah, absolutely. So I do believe we are ready to go ahead and start going, and let's go ahead and get these first matches started on this beautiful matchup between the Hornets and the Rams.
All right, we have the players taking the field.
Absolutely, and here we go, the kickoff starting, Mike and Mike. Looks like Mike got the tip on that one. Hopefully they'll be able to capitalize on that. Looks like the Hornets are... Oh, look at that. Beautiful tip in the air. Mike with the block coming in clutch on that one. Lazarus got the demo on Mike afterward, though, so he will have to reset on the back of the field.
Definitely, it's looking
Looks like
some
Galaxy
very
got a
quick play.
nice tip there as well into that back corner. Definitely trying to get it out of his side of the field. Hopefully he'll be able to. A little bit of a collision there between Mike and Mike. Lazarus being able to dribble it out a little bit. Oh, got knocked there by the good old Mike is Mike once again. Mike is definitely playing aggressive this match.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it really looks like the Rams are coming out and doing what these numbers suggest and being very physical in their play.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully we'll be able to add a couple of more of those demos to the scorecard. We'll have to wait and see, though.
Yeah, and what would you
Once
look at
again,
that?
another demo, this time on Galaxy on Mike is Mike. Well, Mike, is that the second time he's already been demoed this game?
I believe so. I mean, he's definitely taken a beating.
Yeah, absolutely, and it kind of definitely plays into his stats over here. A score total of 1666, average score of 555 per game. It's definitely going to be the one that he is going to be focused down probably by the Hornets here.
Yeah, most definitely.
Galaxy with a clear there. We're going to have Lazarus try to center it again. The double tip there, and oh, what a beautiful block by Prosperity there. Ball's getting recentered here. Oh, right over the head of Prosperity once again. Lazarus maybe playing something here. Galaxy with the small tip. Lazarus ball control once again. Although Prosperity's coming up, and maybe he'll be able to make something out of this. Oh, Galaxy with a nice little chip out. Oh. Will they be able to block this? Lazarus coming in. Perfect clear. Look at that. Still on his side of the field, though. He's definitely going to have to make a play out of this. How about you, Akbars? What do you think about so far?
I mean, I have to say that Galaxy, he had a great opportunity going up a couple seconds ago, and he just couldn't put it in. I definitely think that might come back to haunt them.
I definitely think you're correct there. About halfway done with this match already, still 0-0. These teams are definitely coming out for the win here, definitely giving it their all on the field, and we definitely see that with the two demos so far. Right there, perfect clear by Mike is Mike once again. Perfect. I love his defensive style so far. Galaxy once again centering it. We'll see if Lazarus is able to make anything of it with his teammate here. Playing it back a little bit. Oh, and here comes the shot. Maybe playing a little slow, but that's perfectly fine. The ball now still in the center field. Oh, approaching Mike once again, though. Once again with the demo on Mike's Mike. That's number 3 of this match. The aggression coming off of the Rams right now is absolutely insane. But, with the Hornets having all of these demos on them, it's just kind of disgusting in a way. Just, that aggression and ensuring that they do not have the way to actually have any opposition is just beautiful on the Hornets' end.
Yeah, definitely. With this physical game that the Rams are playing, it seems like the Hornets have decided to match it.
Absolutely, and that was a perfect clear by Lazarus, sending it to the other end of the field. Galaxy misses a little bit of that aerial, and there is the opposite end once again. And we get our first score of the game. Mike scores on the Hornets. What a beautiful goal, just sets it right in there, make sure that they don't have a chance to act upon it at all. What a beautiful setup.
Oh, definitely. That was a great ball out of the zone.
And here comes the second. Oh, it looks like Galaxy got a little bit of a tip on that one. Mike's recovering it, sending it on the other end. Lazarus coming in, making sure that everything is taken care of for his teammate. And it looks like the ball is going on the opposite end, off the backboard there. Galaxy got a little bit of a foul tip there, and it goes in 1-1. What a beautiful play.
That was a wonderful shot from Lazarus off of a great setup from Galaxy, putting that off the backboard. And
absolutely
making sure he didn't hit that ball on the way down.
And it really does show the teamwork between these teams, just being able to know that your teammate is going to be there and ensure that that goal is made.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely a nice feeling knowing your teammate's going to be there.
Close call there. Mike is Mike once again with a clear. Galaxy making sure that it stays on the correct end of the field for them, though. Oh, kind of upside down there. Good car control. Got flipped back to the correct position. Lazarus once again with a clear on the opposite field. And once again coming back towards the Hornets side of the field. Maybe Lazarus will be able to do something here. He looks like he's setting up in the back post there. We'll just have to wait and see. Galaxy going in. Prosperity with the beautiful block there, making sure that nothing is able to be going in. And the score is still 1-1 with 30 seconds left here. It's getting a little bit close for these two teams.
Yeah, it's definitely back and forth, and they're getting some great opportunities. Just several that, again, they haven't been able to finish. Whoever's going to be able to finish one of these is going to win this.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike is Mike there, playing a little bit slow, letting Prosperity make sure that everything gets set up. Coming in, Lazarus, may have won that tip-off right there. Let's see if Mike can get in the back post. Oh, looks like maybe in the air. Let's see if he can make a play out of this. It's going to come down to the last second here, folks. Maybe we're going into overtime. It just kind of depends. Galaxy with a beautiful tip there.
He could
Is
end
it
it
going
right
in?
here.
Oh, beautiful block by Mike is Mike once again, and we are going into overtime. Looks like Lazarus got the tip on this one, making sure that it's played in, and right off the backboard. That was almost the end of it, folks. That would have been a great end of the first game here, but that is all right. We are going to go ahead and have Mike is Mike collide with Lazarus there. Both of them recover pretty quickly, making sure that they are able to defend on this. Galaxy didn't get a clear that he wanted there against Prosperity, but that's quite alright. Prosperity still trying to get that ball control. Oh, Prosperity with a good clear there, making sure that there is absolutely no way that they will be able to get that goal in. Looks like both teams are kind of resetting, just waiting to see what they're going to be doing for both ends here. Lazarus up in the air, gets a beautiful tip on that ball, sending it towards the mid. Once again, Lazarus playing aggressive, tipping it to the other end of the field here on the Rams. Let's see if they can make something of this play. Beautiful block by Prosperity. You know, we usually see that from Mike is Mike so far in this game. It's great to see Prosperity be able to come out and actually do something this match as well.
And I have to say that was a bit lucky from the Rams. They just popped the ball off the corner boards right there and had it centered perfectly for the Hornets, and they were just able to recover. That was almost the end of the game for them.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, it would have been a great end in terms of the Hornets being able to take it away, but we'll just have to wait and see. Prosperity making sure that it's on that side of the field. It's right above the net. We'll see if they're able to capitalize on that. It doesn't look like it. Galaxy pushes it. Prosperity in with a beautiful tip there. Looks like the ball is just going to roll. Lazarus setting up. Let's see if he's able to make anything out of this. Mike's Mike once again with that beautiful block. You know, he's been playing super aggressive this game. I'm absolutely loving how aggressive they are really coming out and making sure that no shot is getting passed. And, you know, I that's why we're in this overtime. 1 minute and 52 seconds already. Man, this game is flying by, isn't it?
Oh, it really is. It's just been back and forth, nonstop action. But this may
And it looks like that is it! The Rams will take the first game of the series. What a beautiful goal by Prosperity there.
That was just a fantastic finish, and a very easy finish too.
Absolutely, and that will be the first game of the Rams. You know, absolutely beautiful. Mike is Mike coming in with all of those blocks, ensuring that absolutely, you know, just constantly there. Beautiful blocks. The Hornets also equally aggressive. We saw all of those early demos. What do you think about that, Akbars?
I mean, I think it's great that they came out physical. They knew that the Rams were going to come out physical, and they matched that play. I mean, it may have been a loss, but they kept up with it. They peppered the net. They took 10 shots, although the quality of some of those shots was very questionable. It's good to see. That's a good sign. They're generating offense. They just gotta put these balls in better places to get them in the net.
Absolutely, and you know, we saw plenty of balls being centered. You know, Hornets coming out with 10 shots on goals, and you know, that just really shows how much the Rams really were there to defend the goal.
Yeah, and I mean, it'll be interesting to see how the Rams can get more shots. It'll be interesting to see how the Hornets can put more in and try to stop the Rams from getting these goals.
Absolutely, and here we go. Looks like we are going to head in a second game here as soon as everything gets set up. And it's just really interesting again just to see, how the Hornets have been playing so aggressive and not walking away with that win from that first match. It's just kind of crazy to look at. But here comes the first kickoff of the second game. Lazarus taking it away, Prosperity in with the early tip-off into the backfield of the Hornets, setting it up. Oh, barely missed it right there. Mike, really close shot there. Looks like we're going to head back towards the Rams side of the field. Looks like Lazarus is setting up something. Maybe Prosperity going to be able to clear the ball. We'll just have to wait and see. Prosperity coming in. Galaxy once again with that beautiful in-air hit. I just love those tips, sending it to the far end of that midfield, And that is really the battle zone for these two teams so far.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be who can win the midfield, who can dominate the midfield. It's going to dictate who can generate pressure, which will lead you to generate scoring opportunities, which will hopefully result in goals.
Absolutely, and 2 shots back-to-back by both members of the Rams there. Unfortunately, both of the members of the Hornets there to block off both of those attacks. And, beautiful gameplay so far in this second match of the series.
Yeah, both teams are rotating very nice. They've been getting back. They've been where they need to be. It's very impressive.
Absolutely. Looks like Galaxy is looking to see if he can do something. Oh, beautiful block by Prosperity, ensuring nothing is able to get in that net. Beautiful, beautiful block. It's fascinating watching these two teams. Personally, I'm only about a gold in Rocket League, so being able to see just the athleticism, I guess is the best word, from these two teams coming out here and pushing everything as far as possible. And a goal by Galaxy. Beautiful gameplay so far. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and that was just a little mistake there by Prosperity, and Mike just couldn't get the follow-up on that one. Just a little mistake and an easy one for Galaxy and the Hornets.
Absolutely, and here comes the second kickoff of match 2. It looks like Lazarus once again taken away. I think that's probably the third one that the Hornets have been able to take over. Once again, Prosperity with the early chip tanking it back into the proper side of the field for the Rams. And it looks like Mike going to set this one up, and a beautiful block by Lazarus. Once again, we just see the Hornets time and time again being able to just crush the game plans that the Rams have. But, we saw it last game. Even with all of that, the Rams were able to walk away with the win, so we'll just have to keep an eye on this one. Mike coming in, making sure it stays in that nice little friend corner. Ooh, contact with Lazarus midair there. Both of them will have to reset. And once again, a demo on Mike. Once again, though, that is the player that they need to make sure that they're looking for. And Prosperity capitalizes on that demo, though, making sure that the score comes to 1-1.
Yeah, both teams are looking really good. And again, this is one where Prosperity, it just seems like Galaxy and Lazarus were just out of position, just capitalizing on mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we are with the third one. Once again, the Hornets coming in and ensuring that it stays on the correct side of the field. A little bit of a showdown here. Let's see who comes out on top here. Looks like Mike going to back up and let Prosperity take over on this one. Prosperity chips it up. Lazarus once again with a block, making sure that it's... Oh, Mike making sure that it's in that corner. I love that back corner for them. The Rams are really capitalizing on that back left corner, and, we've seen it so far at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, they're definitely just trying to play the ball away from the net. It seems like they just need to get it up the corner where they can play it up the field.
Yeah, Galaxy once again coming in. Oh, got it past Mike there, and Galaxy takes the shot, and it is in!
Galaxy in the short side.
Absolutely, and it's once again just seeing the aggression coming out of the Hornets tonight. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. They're playing aggressive, and honestly, if Galaxy can keep shooting like that, then nothing can stop them. That was a perfectly placed shot. No chance for the Rams to get that.
Little bit of a bump by Mike and Prosperity there, followed by a demo by Galaxy. Let's see if the Rams are able to reset after that one. It's a little too much contact. I don't know if they'll be able to really capitalize on that. I think they may actually have to go for a full reset on that. And I was completely incorrect. They actually still stayed super aggressive there. But once again, another demo on Mike. It's kind of a joke at this point. I think Mike has spent at least 15 seconds blown up.
Yeah, definitely. He seems to be taking most of the abuse that the Hornets are giving them.
But once again, because of that demo on Mike, the Hornets let one slip through, and there makes the game 2-2. 2-2 with 1:42 left. Again, just the aggression coming off both of the teams right now. We'll see how this tip goes off. Once again, the Hornets come out on top. Lazarus coming through. Mike and Lazarus. Oh, getting a little bit of contact there. Galaxy making sure that one is sunk in. 3-2 Hornets.
That's a hat trick from Galaxy already. It took him 2 minutes to do that.
You know, and that's not something you definitely see in this high-level play, especially from these players in particular. You know, we, again, haven't had many stats on the Hornets so far, but with this being the game that really proves who they are, you know, winning almost every single one of these. And is this going to be 4-2? It is! Galaxy coming in, scoring. 1:28 left in the game.
We have had 3 goals in the last 14 seconds.
And that is a beautiful number to look at, you know, in terms of just how the defenses of the Rams are kind of falling apart. Let's see if they're able to bring this back. Mike wins this chip off. Once again, Prosperity coming in. Galaxy's there to defend, tips it off towards the center, towards Lazarus. Lazarus sends it back towards the mid-right corner. Once again, we have that beautiful back corner for the Hornets. And, you know, both teams really capitalizing on their corner play this series so far.
Yeah, definitely. And despite the high goal total, both teams have been blocking a lot of shots. Every player so far has at least 3 saves.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we're looking at the stats just for this. The Hornets are up to make that 11 shots. I was about to say 10, but that is their 5th goal of this game.
Galaxy is just on an absolute rampage right now.
Absolutely,
He's
you know,
unstoppable.
his scores are already up to 870, which is a beautifully high number, especially, you know, we're looking at the averages of, you know, mid to, you know, low 500s for the Rams, and Galaxy just coming out, and this is going to be goal number 6 by Lazarus. What a beautiful play!
The Hornets have definitely woken up. Definitely look like the better team so far.
Absolutely, you know, the Hornets are definitely coming out and making sure that their first stats that we get to see are definitely going to be ones that are in the memories of everyone in this league. And once again, the take the kickoff, and it's just beautiful to see how many times they're taking that away.
Yeah, and it just you saw a double commit there from the Rams. Makes me wonder if they're a little shook right now, letting up 6 goals after only letting up 1 last game.
Absolutely, and you know, once again, that makes it 7 by Galaxy. Beautiful display by the Hornets here, but I think you may be right in terms of the Rams being a little bit shaken up, just because realistically, you know, you don't see this many goals coming through.
No, let alone a double hat trick.
Yeah. And once again, the Hornets take it off. You know, I'm a little intrigued by just how many times they've taken that off in the middle. And this will be Mike once again with a save, a beautiful block off that. You know, Lazarus was there to try to make sure the commitment was still there. And, you know, with 7 seconds left in this match, I think Game 3 will definitely provide a little bit more,
definitely.
Insight as to who will be taking this series away, but the game is still not over. Lazarus making sure that they may be able to get one more, just kind of depends. And the ball touches, and the winner is the Hornets. That makes this series 1-1.
That was just an unbelievable display from the Hornets. After just 1 goal in the previous game, they absolutely lit up the Rams.
Absolutely, and you know, I think the real thing there was realistically they were just, you know, sitting back a little bit and making sure that, you know, maybe faking out the Rams a little bit with that first match.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that first match was a defensive slugfest, and this one, I mean, at least on the part of the Hornets, was an offensive slugfest. 7 goals is it's hard to beat.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's kind of crazy. Just, you know, we saw Galaxy being super aggressive. 6 goals, 10 shots, 60% shot average on that. And, you know, that's absolutely a beautiful percentage on that. Lazarus, they're still making sure that he got the assists there. 2 assists, 4 saves. He was definitely making sure that that goal was not being touched by the Rams.
Definitely, Lazarus had a great support game. He may not have the numbers to show it, but he was where he needed to be when he needed to be there, and clearing balls, getting it away from the net. He was doing all the things that this stat sheet won't show.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like we are ready for game 3 of this series. Let's see if this gives us any more insight as to who will be taking home the victory of this series. Beautiful. Once again, the Hornets take it from the middle on the tip. Lazarus, a beautiful knockup, making sure that it's over Prosperity's head. Prosperity with the return there, and that pinch really does cause a little bit of trouble for the Rams. Mike is Mike once again with that beautiful block. Lazarus playing aggressive, centering it up. Let's see if Galaxy is able to. No, Mike is Mike sit out, making sure that they do not have any room. You know, the Rams are definitely playing a little bit better on defense already. I think they've maybe shaken off that little bit of turmoil that they had inside their heads from the last game, but we'll see if Mike is able to make this save. Nope. That'll be 1-0 for the Hornets already.
Galaxy has just picked up where he left off in game 2.
Absolutely, and you know, if we keep seeing this competitive, you know, game from Galaxy, I don't think the Rams will have any answer for it, but we'll just have to wait and see. Mike is Mike taking this one. Rams really needed that. Prosperity playing it a little bit slower, making sure that they have the time. Lazarus in with the block. No, it's still in. Mike is Mike with the follow-up, making it 1-1. This has been a fantastic 50 seconds of gameplay so far.
Yeah, that was a very, very slow little ball that popped up there, and Mike just tapped it in. I really don't know what happened there on the part of the Hornets.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, we'll just have to wait and see. With a beautiful X start, the Hornets still able to take it back. Lazarus in, making sure that it's on the correct side of the field once again for the Hornets. Mike is Mike, tips it towards that center post once again. Galaxy there to respond. It is centered, it is up in the air. Galaxy misses, but Lazarus does not, and that makes it 2-1. You know, Lazarus is just coming out and making sure that his name is known this evening.
Yeah, he is, and honestly, it looks like with 3 goals in just over a minute, we might be in for another offensive slugfest.
Yeah, absolutely, you know, and it's surprising that you say that because we haven't seen as many demos this match as we have the previous 2, but I don't think we'll be disappointed on that either. Prosperity and Galaxy making sure that they are competitive with one another in that back corner. Prosperity coming in for the tip. Lazarus stealing it off of him, making sure that it's centered. Mike is Mike once again with that beautiful block, dribbling it downfield. Galaxy barely misses it, and Prosperity with the follow-up for 2-2. You know, minute half in, and it's already 2-2. We definitely saw this pretty much the same in game 2, but will the Hornets be able to respond with the same beautiful lead of 7-2 that they had last game?
I mean, it's possible, but they're going to have to start scoring and stop letting the Rams equalize it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, the Rams take this one. They absolutely need to start making sure that they have those beautiful beginnings to these. And once again, Lazarus tips it out. Galaxy following up, making sure. Prosperity in, tipping it back in. Let's see if Galaxy and Lazarus are able to block this. No, they are not. Mike is Mike in with the score, making it 2-3 Rams.
He just cut off that pass out in front and was able to tap it in right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, being able to analyze that situation, you know, 22 seconds for that goal, being able to read your opponent that well is just not something that we see too often, but it's really what you do expect from these higher-end players.
100%.
Galaxy once again making sure that his presence is known. I absolutely am loving both of these Hornet players, making sure that they are really pushing out. Mike is Mike once again, though, making sure it's in. And here we are with that beautiful steal once again by Lazarus. We'll have to wait and see if Prosperity is able to make this block, and he does. What a beautiful play. Prosperity playing aggressive. Mike is Mike setting it up, making sure everything goes in, and it is 2-4 Rams. What a beautiful play by those. Wow, beautiful play by the Rams. Prosperity making sure that it was right there for Mike. Mike just following it up because he knew he could trust his teammate there.
Yeah, he could. And I have to say that the Rams have been playing great team game. All but one goal has had an assist.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, once again, this is number 3 that the Rams have taken it into the Hornets side at the very beginning. And you know, we just keep saying this competitivism between them, and I do believe that we will be in for maybe even a match 5 tonight.
Oh, let's hope. I mean, it's just going to be interesting. Hopefully we see another defensive game too, because I really liked how exciting that was.
What a beautiful goal, just barely rolls in there for Mike. Let's take a look at this once again. What a beautiful shot. Galaxy just not able to make the block on that pinch.
That is now 4 unanswered from the Rams.
Absolutely. And I was joking about the Hornets making it to 7-2, but the Rams may be trying to make that their own this one.
Yeah, very well. They're well on their way.
Absolutely. Mike is Mike, making sure that ball is centered. Once again, we see this beautiful team play by Prosperity and Mike for the Rams. And, Prosperity, just fantastic airplay this evening.
Yeah, definitely. They've been excellent in getting up in the air and playing these balls and setting them up for each other.
Yeah, Mike is Mike. A little bit of an issue there, making sure that he had proper control with that ball landing. He was able to recompensate for it. Prosperity was able to make sure that it was out. And once again, Prosperity saves. What a beautiful block. Once again, though, Lazarus playing extremely aggressive and ensuring that his teammate Lazarus has the opportunity to set up the goal. Prosperity coming in. Lazarus, once again, with a little bit of a pinch, but this time Lazarus able to make sure that block is made.
And despite this lead, the Rams are still playing very aggressive.
Yes, absolutely. And, I think that is probably playing in for their own advantage, honestly, because when you're playing this aggressive, the Hornets definitely do not have the response at this point in time. A minute 10 left in this match, and it's already 2-5, but then again, you never know what to expect with these players here. We saw a 7-2 last game, a 2-5 this game, anything can happen.
Yeah, definitely. The consistency seems to be a little rough for both teams.
Absolutely, and maybe it is just the nerves. The Hornets again coming in with no stats that we're able to actually see, and maybe the nerves of this will be their first stats that other teams are actually able to base their practice and their expectations off of. Maybe that is playing a little bit into it. Lazarus making sure that ball is going the correct way. Mike and Mike making sure that it is the other way. I apologize, Mike, that I keep butchering that. It is Mike is Mike. Oh, Prosperity barely missing. Mike not making it, and once again, Galaxy and Lazarus able to make this play down the field. Let's see if they're able to get this in, and they do! 3-5 with 17 seconds left in the match.
As much as a consolation goal that is, I think that's going to really help the Hornets heading into the next game.
Absolutely. I definitely think that is more of a mentality than a, in terms of this match. But again, 17 seconds, anything can happen. The Hornets really coming out aggressive. Lazarus taking on both of the members of the Rams there. Galaxy once again setting it up, and we'll see if Lazarus is able to. No, Prosperity blocks it off. Galaxy coming in once again. Mike is making sure that this play is not happening, and the final score looks to be 3-5, and that is the touch, with the winners being the Rams.
And that is the Rams taking a 2-1 lead in the series so far.
Absolutely, and we take a look once again. Mike made 4 shots and answered with all 4 goals for those shots. Absolutely fantastic. But again, team game, you're not wrong. Prosperity coming in with 3 assists.
Yeah, definitely. They've made some great infield passing plays. I really have to say, I marked this down in my notes. That second goal from the Rams, that was absolutely gorgeous. The pass that Mike threaded it through that Hornets defense, and Prosperity was right there on the short side to tap it in. It's those team plays. They're hard to stop.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's crazy to think about how, last game it was again 7-2. This one 5-3 opposite ended, and I was thinking maybe we'd be able to see a little bit of who may be taking home this tonight, but it's still anyone's game based off of this gameplay so far.
Oh, I mean, I'd have to say the same thing. It's so far been back and forth. We had a Rams win, a Hornets win, and a Rams win. So, I mean, hopefully we'll see another Hornets win.
Absolutely, and maybe the Hornets will take this one away, making it the 5th match, but maybe the Rams will put the final nail in the coffin and make sure that this is the end of this series. Oh, once again, the Hornets coming in. Prosperity, beautiful hit there. No, I lied. That was Mike. I am so sorry. Once again, Galaxy misses that beautiful aerial, but once again, misses that one as well.
And another miss right out in front.
Yeah, and maybe the Hornets maybe start feeling that pressure of it, being that 2-1 in a game of 5, this is it for them if they can't get the play. But there goes Galaxy coming in with the block, maybe. Mike setting up a beautiful play, Prosperity following up on it. Galaxy inside of the net, making sure nothing gets past. Lazarus rotates, making sure everything is set up, making sure that, that goal is defended no matter what. Beautiful play there by Prosperity, making sure, and the ball is... Oh, that's in for Hornets! Galaxy coming in with an unexpected play on that one.
Yeah, that was definitely against the run of play. The Rams had developed great pressure and were putting the ball in dangerous places, but couldn't get the finish, and a quick clear from Galaxy to give the Hornets the lead.
Absolutely, and I think it was really that overcommitment that probably cost the Rams that goal. Lazarus coming in for that back end tip off there. Prosperity coming in, making sure that it's set up and made sure that it is centered. Let's see if Mike can follow up with that. No, Lazarus tipping it in, making sure that it stays on the correct side of field once again for the Hornets. Beautiful block by Mike. Prosperity making sure that that ball is dribbled to the Hornets side of the field. Can he get over the head? It went over Lazarus. Galaxy coming in with the block. Mike getting it on. Oh, both of the backboards there by both members of the Rams.
Rams are definitely struggling to find a shot on target so far.
Absolutely. Lazarus following suit, though, hitting that backboard. That backboard is just nobody's friend right now.
No, it's certainly taking a beating.
Yeah, Galaxy, beautiful block by that. Let's see. Prosperity coming in, making sure that it is recentered. Lazarus, beautiful block by Prosperity. They pinch it towards the top end. Mike once again with the backboard. Lazarus taking it to the corner. Galaxy tipping it up in the air. Mike coming in, once again, Lazarus makes a block. What a beautiful goalie Lazarus is making tonight.
Yeah, it's again, despite some of these goals, it's still been absolutely wonderful defense.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Lazarus already has 2 saves this game, 2 shots. You know, it's fantastic play by him. Oh, Mike making sure that he's able to set this shot up, tips it towards the middle. Beautiful second touch there. Lazarus follows up, though. Galaxy tipping it towards the other end of the Rams side of the field. Prosperity, beautiful block, making sure it does not go in. Galaxy tips it, slows it down a little bit, but Prosperity is there to make sure it's once again into the backboard. Lazarus!
Oh, no!
Lazarus messes up the block. It goes in. Prosperity, 1-1.
That's just a rough one.
Absolutely, and you know,
you just have to shake that off.
You do, and it really does show that mentality of the Hornets. Maybe, you know, overthinking their gameplay so far. Lazarus and Mike coming in. Lazarus takes it. Prosperity there to make sure it goes back to the Hornets side of the field. Galaxy ensuring that it is back where it belongs on the Rams side. Little bit of a touch there between Prosperity and Mike. Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication. I'm not sure there. Lazarus, beautiful shot. Mike there to ensure that it does not go in once again. You know, Akbars, it's crazy to think about just, you know, how competitive these teams have been so far in these, you know, 3, this is the 4th game, of course, but the previous 3 games even, just the competitiveness of these 2 teams is really what is just going to stick with me for this.
Definitely, and just the variety too. Just all 3 games have really had a different character to each one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Galaxy trying to take a shot there, blocked off by the Rams. Prosperity making sure that this stays where it belongs on this side of the field. Oh, but nope, it's going back towards the Rams side. Lazarus setting up, making sure that whatever Galaxy throws his way, he can follow up on, but the Rams making sure that they are not allowing any of that coming in. Oh, Prosperity coming in. Oh, does not get the clear that he was wanting there. And, oh, it's in there by Lazarus once again. That backboard and those side posts. Oh, I spoke too soon. Lazarus gets it in.
Lazarus just has also been very dominant tonight.
Absolutely, you know, I think all 4 of these players have definitely come out and shown exactly why they belong in this league. Let's see who takes this one with the double lineup. Looks like it was Prosperity, and I unfortunately couldn't make out the other one. It looked like it was Galaxy. I would assume so, considering Lazarus did just make that save. I don't think he would have been able to rotate back that quickly. Mike once again with the demo. That is the first one of this match.
Yeah, that's a little surprising. We've the physical play seemed to have been toned down, and with that, we've been seeing a lot more goals.
Absolutely, and you know, we definitely did see that in the first game. You know, these teams making sure that they are hitting one another, and you know, just seeing that, you know, physical gameplay as you stated. Oh, once again, Mike coming in for the score, 2-2.
This has been another back and forth one. This game really, if anything, really resembles this first game that they played.
Absolutely, they are, bumping into each other a lot more, making sure that they are aggressive towards one another. And Mike is Mike, and Lazarus coming in for that middle. Rams taken, making sure that it stays on the Hornets side. Mike misses his aerial. Lazarus with the clear there. And it goes towards the Rams side. Prosperity making sure it goes on the other. And it looks like Galaxy is there. Mike makes a fantastic save once again. It's great seeing the Rams alternate who is making these saves. Both of the team's members have 3 saves each. And it looks like this one might be going into overtime. We'll have to wait and see if the ball touches. Mike making sure that it's not on. And that's in 2-3 with 0 seconds on the timer. Rams take it.
Absolutely wonderful goal. Not giving up on the play. That could have easily bounced, and they could have taken this to overtime, but they decided that they didn't want to.
Absolutely, and the Rams just coming out. I don't even have words at this point. That was a fantastic goal to end off the series.
Yeah, I mean, those last 30 seconds, the Hornets put one in with 1:05 to take the lead, and then the last minute, the Rams had a goal at 30 seconds, and then right there at the end of the game, the defense collapsed in the last minute.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's, again, just crazy to see, the Hornets coming out with that 7-2 game for their second match, and then just, I don't know if, the mentality slipped, if the communications broke down by the players. I'm unsure what happened there, but it definitely showed with the Rams coming out on top of this one.
Yeah, they did, but I have to say that the Hornets still put up an impressive performance. There's a lot for them that they need to work on, but there were still a lot of positives. The defense, when it's there, when they play a physical game, this is a team that can win. But it seems like when they don't play this physical game, that they struggle with letting up a lot of goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And, again, taking a look back at the stats before we went into this series, we saw the Rams really coming in with that mid 500 score and, 1 goal to their name throughout the previous 2 series to come out and, shut down the Hornets in that final game. Just fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely played a lot better than their stats showed. They definitely shot above 32%, 2 goals a game, beat that up, and the prolific shooting and the team passing, getting these assists. They did not play like their stats showed. They played well above.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we're joined now by the players, both Prosperity and Mike, here in the studio here with us. How are you both feeling after that fantastic series that you just played?
Oh, just fantastic. Mike, how do you feel?
It always feels great to take a win off your old teammate, right?
Well, in a couple other leagues, yeah. Always fun.
Yeah, we saw some fantastic saves by both of you tonight. Mike, you definitely came out and showed exactly how many blocks you were making. How did it feel to be, on that defensive end while, you were setting up plays with Prosperity as well?
Well, when you're the MLE save total record holder, you got a reputation to uphold. So I just, I'm glad I could bring that today.
Yeah, absolutely. And Prosperity, with the communications, it was very easy to see that the teamwork was there. When looking back at your practices with one another, how do you think that played into some of the plays that you set up today?
Well, me and Mike, fun fact, have been playing since late 2017 together. So that's what, 3.5 years. So
yeah.
we played a couple games of Rocket League together. So
it's our 4-year anniversary, actually.
Oh, you're right. My bad. So we know how each other play a lot, and I feel like we just mesh well. And if we're clicking, we click pretty well. So.
Yeah, fantastic. And it's great to see that mentality realigning itself after that second game. That loss of 7-2. Being able to bring back the series into a 3-1 is not an easy feat. What emotions were you feeling after that loss on that second game?
I mean,
we can't let Galaxy get away with scoring 6 goals, right?
Yeah, I mean, that only happens once. Yeah, I mean, but realistically, I mean, after like 5-2, if they just got a couple goals. So I guess the score got out of hand kind of quickly, but we knew based off the first game that we could contend with these guys, no problem. So we just kept going at it, and they were close games, but I feel like our passing plays and our clutchness made us prevail.
Yeah, absolutely. And, definitely was able to see that as soon as you guys flipped it around for that next game. That comeback of 5, was it 5-2, 5-3?
5-3.
Yeah, being able to set up those plays and ensuring that you were able to shut down the Hornets after that, that's not an easy feat. And I bet both of you were walking away from this one with your heads high, right?
Wait, did we end up with a 0-goal differential or negative? After game 2, we wanted to win the series with a 0-goal or a negative goal differential. So
I'd have to count 1, 2, and then this was 7-2, so that makes it 8-4. 8-4, 11-9, and then 13-12. So I think you may have finished with a -1.
Excellent, mission accomplished.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Excellent. Nothing like some small goals, but nah. I mean,
Yeah,
also,
and
big shout out to KC Craig. I know he's muted right now, but I just want to shout him out every time I'm on an FDL stream. That's it.
Shout
Okay,
out
continue
KC.
there. Yep, let's go, baby. Love your streams, man. Oh, and the FDL.
Yeah, and then final question here on my end, at least. You guys went in losing both of your previous series. That 0-2 probably weighed on your mind a little bit in terms of going up against someone who you didn't necessarily have the stats on. I know me and Akbars here definitely discussed the how that kind of could have gone into the preparations there. How did you guys feel about going into a matchup against a team that you didn't necessarily know what you were going to expect?
Well, me and Mike both have experience against Galaxy and Lazarus and other leagues and just, the Rocket League realm. But pretty much, last week we played with our sub because Michael doesn't know how to sleep properly, so he overslept it. So we lost our first week against
Arcad and Lottie Lettuce, right?
Yeah, arguably probably a top 3 team in the league.
And
So,
we were only down 1 goal each game in that one too. So
Yeah,
we thought we played well that series. So
yeah, and then we whipped each other into shape this past week, and also to be fair to the Hornets, I think this is their first actual week of playing. They didn't feel the team the past couple weeks, so I'm sure they don't have a lot of practice, so it's kind
Yeah.
of tough.
Absolutely, and when you have the experience that the two of you have with one another, and you go up against that team that just got filled out, it definitely does make the difference, as we've seen. So, thank you guys so much for coming out, and I appreciate your time.
thanks, guys. Thanks
Thank you. Appreciate you casting. Loved it. I already know it was great.
Alrighty. Well, I believe that is the last game of this evening, isn't it?
I do believe so, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. And, fantastic gameplay so far. Unfortunately, that second match did get a little bit pushed back and then unfortunately didn't happen. But, well worth the wait for this final match here. Once again, Frontier Doubles League definitely coming out and making sure that we know exactly what's going on in terms of competitiveness. Fantastic gameplay from both teams this evening. And, I think that is a beautiful way to end this stream.
I would have to say that too. I'm gonna have to say, Mike, prosperity. Get out of here. Go celebrate your win. Go have a good evening.
Oh, we're going to Halloween party. Let's go, Pete.
Absolutely, and with that, I do believe that is going to be it from here on the Frontiers Double League. My name's Ben, and I was joined tonight with Akbars Kazin. I do believe that's how you pronounce that, right?
Yes.
I don't speak Russian. It's a little
That's
difficult
all right.
sometimes. It is what it is, but from here in the Frontier Doubles League, I believe we are going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you so much for joining us for this beautiful matchup between the Hornets and the Rams.